Clarice, it's great to have you with me today. Thanks so much for joining me on the show.
Hey, David, thank you so much, and good morning to you.
Yes, yes. So you're coming to us from Singapore, which is awesome. I love having international guests. We get just a different flavor of life coming from all different backgrounds and cultures. So thank you. I know
Yes.
that one of the things that you are most known for is Feng Shui. And so I like to start out with kind of a practical tip or strategy in our conversations. And so if someone is curious about Feng Shui, but maybe they, haven't done a full consultation or they haven't dived into it completely themselves. And if you were to offer them, this is the most important thing. Like you need to really keep this in mind in terms of the setup of your home or office. What would that be?
Okay, I think in my experience, most people are concerned about their finances, their success in their career, basically, and relationship. So these are the three main things that one has to take care of in their home. So the main door, which is the front entrance of your home, is very important. I am a fly. I do flying star feng shui, which focus on the annual star pattern that bring forth the best energy. Of course, you also have the negative energy that they have to deal with, but the main door being the mouth of the home, that's where the chi goes in. It's very important that they know the direction of the front door and to make sure that they clear any stuck energy that is there. In the living room, the southwest corner is very important for relationship. It is also a prosperous location or direction for the next 20 years. So therefore, it's important that they keep that area tidy, beautiful, and energized it. Um, the kitchen is very important. I know, it's very different for a Western home and an Eastern home. But the kitchen actually represents um, health and wealth. And therefore, the layout of the kitchen is important, but it's a little bit difficult to kind of say, how we're going to design your home when you're just looking at it. But one thing to be we try to focus on, if we can change, is not to have the sink opposite the wash basin, that is opposite the stove. That's a definite no in feng shui. And also, when the bedroom, they should not have the bed, the foot of the bed directly facing the entrance of the door, the bedroom door, that is. So that is for health purpose. The kitchen is also for wealth and health. And the living room, the southwest, is for relationship. It's the prosperous energy for the next 20 years. It is also good for success and for abundance.
Talked about clearing the front door. You gave us all. I mean, my house is a wreck now. I guess. I mean, I this. I got to redesign this whole place.
Okay.
You talked about clearing the energy at the front door. That was the very first thing that you said. How
Yes.
can someone do that? If we were just to focus there for just a moment.
Okay, I think the one thing I find amazing is sometimes the front door is full of clutter, and it is not just that they have things there, like you do not pile your shoes up to your nose level, for example. Some people have tall shoe rack, open shelf, and they have them stacked all the way up, and as you walk in, you can see all the shoes. It will be good to have to put the shoes away from the front door in a shoe cabinet if possible, or and also to have it nicely decorated so that when it is inviting as you walk in. So actually, apart from that front door, the space in as you enter the room, that wall or that space is very important when you enter the home. If that space is bright and is nicely decorated, that is an inviting energy. That is also very good for the feng shui of the home. It's not just
Shoes.
clearing the clutter off the door and you walk in and it's a major disaster, So you have to walk in and it feels good. So that space in front of the home is in front of the front door is very important. As you walked in, that is.
Mm, great. Thank you so much. Talk to me about your background, your own awakening to consciousness, mindfulness, spirituality. Did you grow up with that as part of kind of your upbringing, or was that newer for you as you grew older? Tell us about that part of your story.
Not so much as I was growing up, just a regular girl, you do all you go to, you finish your school, you get a career. And I was moving along, happily, but I was getting more, I was in the travel trade. I was a travel manager. So I was getting more and more stressed. And then it came to a point when I got very, very sick. And then I started looking for healing. I had surgery, and somehow, when I woke up from that surgery, I decided that I didn't want to do the corporate rat race anymore. I started looking for healing. I started with Reiki. But at the same time, I had been interested in tarot for the longest time. It's like I was 10 years old, and I would ask my brother, can you buy me a deck of tarot cards? Where did that come from? 10 years, when I was 10 years old, you're talking about quite many years ago. You can't find a deck of tarot cards in Singapore. Not in many places, but
Did
these
you
are
actually
all
have a
very.
deck when you were 10?
No, I didn't. I keep asking for it. I didn't get one till I was 26.
Where did you even come up with the idea of what tarot was at the age of 10?
I have no idea.
Huh.
It was just that I knew I need a deck of tarot cards, and I know it contains pictures, and I know that can read the tarot. Like when I was little, I said I can read the fortune with it.
Mhm.
But obviously, at that time, I couldn't read the tarot. I didn't know I didn't have a deck of tarot cards. But when I
Yeah.
got my hands on a deck of tarot cards, then I was able to do a simple reading. So I started doing readings for friends. That was way before I got sick. But it was just more like for friends, for fun. And then when that juncture came, when I made the decision to leave the corporate world. Um, I started doing Reiki healing, and then I think it's the year 2003. The 2001 I left, but in 2003, after I graduated being a Reiki master, I had a fall. And then for about 3 to 6 months, I was not able to do very much. But as in like doing performing healing for people, that was not so comfortable. And then that was when I actually had the calling to do the tarot, because I remember walking on the street, I said, I have to survive, I can't live on love and fresh air. And therefore I really need to know what I can do to help others and also to help myself. And just one word tarot got kind of like somebody put a plate into my brain, and it just
Wow.
spelled tarot. And I said, okay, great, universe, show me how. Where can I go? I can't just buy a carpet and throw it on the floor in the streets and start doing readings. I got somewhere to go. Anyway, that weekend I had a phone call from a New Age center in Singapore. There was only about one or two at the time, and they said that they need a tarot reader for their upcoming event, Mind, Body, Spirit event, if I would be interested. I said, sure, I'll do it, but I don't have any money to pay for the booth. And they said, well, you don't need to pay any money. You just come do it for us, but we will have to take all the takings. And I thought about it. I said, oh, well, that's all right. I'll do it. So I went to the show. I did lots of reading. I gave them all the money. But before I left, they said, no, don't leave yet. We want to speak to you. He said, okay, we can't just let you do 3 days of readings with us and don't pay you. So they gave me some money anyway. But from there, I also had a database. And that was how I started. And that was in the year 2003. Doing tarot in a public event, and then after that, continue it on in my own business. And then from there, I moved on to Feng Shui, also, through the call of the spirit or universe. because I was renting a space um, from a friend who had a shop house. So they are all Feng Shui masters. And so I was living and breathing Feng Shui every day. And then I have clients asking me, but why don't you do Feng Shui? I mean, I know some things, a little about it at the time. I mean, I grew up with it, but I never went into formal training. But something that intuitively I can pick up. But when my friend said that, I said, okay, fine. I'll do my training. I did. And then I moved on and I never stopped.
Isn't it amazing how, we start with one thing in terms of spirituality and then kind of just builds, especially for those of us who are called to be of service.
Yes.
What was it about your journey where I heard early on you said, oh, I started doing tarot for friends just as kind of something fun. But I guess some people are really fascinated by modalities, and then some people just use the modalities as a way to serve, right? And feel really called to serve. At what point did you have that sense of like, oh no, I'm supposed to use this for other people, not just for myself?
Right.
Was it gradual?
I tell you what it was. I thought about this today, and I was doing tarot reading for this is after the festival. And then I started doing um, road shows, not holistic events. They were just road shows. And I was one of the first that actually did public readings in retail shows. And they would call me a Chinese gypsy or anything. It's quite funny, actually. But
Let me understand that, because I want to understand that from because I'm not sure we have that in the US. When you say a roadshow, like where was this? What was involved? Help me understand.
okay, it's like in a shopping mall. And
Okay.
then you have like a retail show. Like
Mhm.
it's like a mini holistic fair, but it's not just holistic. It's selling cosmetics. They could be selling toothbrush, promoting it. It's like a retail show.
Yeah.
And they thought it would be interesting to have a tarot reader, so they hired me, or
Oh,
rather,
and you
they
went
asked if
from
I.
all these different locations.
Yes. So they're like
Uh,
little. It's like shopping fairs. I'm not
yeah.
sure you have it, like bazaars,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and
I hear what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was doing a few of that, and then I got clients that come to see me privately. But one day, after I have come back from my day's work, and it's about 45 minutes to my to the place where I do my reading. I had a shared space at the time. I had just come home, and I had this text from this woman, this lady that's asked if I could do a reading like now. I was like, I just got home. It took me another 45 minutes to go out. And she said, she really need a meeting. And I said, okay, but can I do it tomorrow? She said, tomorrow. It's something in her voice. She said, tomorrow will be too late. And I don't know what it was. I just said, okay, if you can wait for me for 45 minutes, I'll come back to my office and do a reading for you. So I did. I went back. She was there. We did the reading. And halfway through, I realized that she's very depressed and she was suicidal. I said, are you suicidal? Do you have suicidal thoughts? And she said, yes. She said, actually, I was on the rooftop ready to jump when your card fell out of my bag. You did a reading for me at this roadshow. And because I have rang all the help centers, they were all closed after 5 o'clock. Nobody would see me. You're the only one. So I thought, since your card fell out, the universe must be telling me that I have to see you. Try before I take that step. And here I am. So I was very shocked at the time, but it was very heartfelt, to know that someone, it's very sad, someone would be taking this step. And if I had said no, she would not be here. And now she's very successful. She has two grown children. I see her on Facebook, and I'm very happy for her.
So beautiful. What would you say is the uniqueness of the way that you read tarot? Like how is your approach perhaps unique?
Well, coming from this side of the globe, um, most people say that I'm very direct and very practical. So I do not give any kind of like flurry messages. So that has always been the comments from my client, that they like the practical advice that I give them. So I guess that's what I can say about my readings. Is I try to, if I see that I can help a person with the messages, or when the messages come through, I try to put it forth as positively as positive as possible. But at the same time, I like to give them some practical tips to help themselves.
Yeah. You have so many modalities that you've talked about. And, on your website, of course, you've got Feng Shui that we talked about, Chinese astrology, tarot, numerology, space cleansing, Reiki. Which of these modalities do you find that you are personally most passionate about?
Definitely the tarot, Chinese astrology, and Feng Shui. I'm very well known as a Feng Shui master in Southeast Asia, and perhaps now across in the USA.
Yeah.
I've been coming to Conscious Life Expo for this is my 11th year now coming up.
Wow.
So, and before that, I've done some shows in New Zealand, Australia, UK. I've done one show in New York. So, but Conscious Life Expo is the one that I have, I have the most connection with. And that's why I've been coming back all this time.
Yeah. What is it about Conscious Life Expo that you love so much?
I love the people. I love, the team. I mean, the team have changed over the years, but maybe it's chemistry. Everyone that I've worked with at Conscious Life Expo have been very kind to me. And I think they are genuinely really trying to get the community going, the spiritual community, trying to bring as much to the show as possible to give to the people. And therefore we get, for a weekend, we fill up the entire 4 floors of the Hilton. And it's really like a magical world to me, I mean, it's like a modern day Harry Potter for me.
I want to dive back into your work here in just a moment, but since we're on the topic of Conscious Life Expo, you'll be there, as you said, in February, and
Yes.
talk to me about some of the things that you're going to be doing at the opening ceremony and your workshops. Tell me all about it.
Okay. So on, I think now we start on a Friday morning, which is our welcome session. I'll be doing a Chinese New Year blessing for the people, for everyone, basically, to open the show. There won't be just me. There'll be other practitioners doing that as well. And then I have a workshop on Saturday, Prosper with the Yingwood Snake. And that is mostly talking about how to energize your home for 2025 for good health, prosperity, and success. And then on Sunday, I have the astrology roundtable. So that's at 3 p.m. And on Monday, I have the post symposium, which is a workshop using Chinese astrology to how you can use the elements of the year to balance yourself and your life in 2025. So this will be the fourth. And oh yes, I will also have a book signing because I have the book. I publish a book every year. You can see Master Clarice Chan's guide to 2020. Okay, this is not 2025, year of the Yingwood snake. And also doing after the symposium on Monday, which is at post-conference, they call it actually. My post-conference workshop is at 11. And after that, I'll be doing readings on the mezzanine floor right
Oh,
after
wonderful.
the workshop.
Yeah, yeah. Of course,
So
we'll
it's all packed.
it is packed, yeah. ConsciousLifeExpo.com is where people can get tickets and, of course, sign up for your workshops and
Yes.
find you. And we put that in the show notes. You were just holding up your newest book, Master Clarice Chan's Guide to 2025 Year of the Yinwood Snake. Thank you for sending me a copy, by the way. This
You're
is
welcome.
absolutely beautiful. It's full color, inside and out. Talk to people about what the book is and where they can get it.
Okay, so the book has 3 sections. The major festival in Singapore, because we have 76% Chinese, then is the lunar Chinese New Year. So what you can do during the start of the year to make your year most, prosperous, so to speak. But it's not just for the Chinese, because the Chinese New Year is really based on the lunar calendar. So, and it's also the Aquarius new moon. So it coincides with the day. So it's really about new beginning. So we are talking about activities that you can do at the beginning of the year to help yourself to improve your life. And then that covers Feng Shui. We talks about your home and the different directions that can help you, and also the 12 animal zodiacs. And different animal signs will go through a different journey each year. And then, that's where you can get it on my website, www.masterclaricechan.com. You can get the digital copy or you can get the print copy. Of course, at Conscious Life Expo, I will also be bringing some books there.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say, is that Conscious Life Expo is a great place. If somebody is drawn to you and they're looking to work with you, no matter where they are in the globe, what would you say would be a good first step to work with you and take advantage of what you're bringing to the table?
Well, we are digital world almost now. So basically we can do the consult on the phone. We can do it on Zoom or any of the video calls, WhatsApp, and it would be usually my consultation consists mainly of doing your Chinese birth chart, because that gives you the overview of your life, that gives you your feng shui colors, your strengths and your weaknesses, your life cycles, and then I use the tarot to actually work with some of the issues that people are going through and they are trying to find solution for. It's not a magical, step, but it is directions and guidance given to them that they can consider to actually take to help themselves.
What's the difference between Western astrology and Chinese astrology? I know we've had Tahia Lemire, who's a Vedic astrologer, on talking to us about Vedic astrology. Talk to us about the difference between Western and Chinese.
Okay, I had been asked by these many astrologers about that. In fact, the co-founder of Conscious Life Expo, Shima Moore, she runs the astrology round table. We had this conversation all the time, as in like, what's the difference and how can we make Chinese and Western astrology, meet? So basically, Western astrology, I know a bit about Western astrology. It's all about the star alignments, the planets, and how it affects you. Depends on where they are in your chart, where all the planets are in the chart, and how it affects you every day in your everyday life, your overall health and wealth, and so forth. Now, Chinese astrology is I use it, that term is quite loose because it's nothing about the stars and it's nothing about the planets. It's about the 5 elements and the 12 animals. So you see that 2024 is the year of the Yangwood dragon. So the dragon is the animal, the Yangwood is one of the 5 elements. And then 2025 is yin wood snake. So the year is described again with the yin wood, which is different from the yang wood. The yang wood is like a big oak tree. The yin wood is like flowers and plants. Like you have a lot of flowers and plants behind you. It's actually very good for media public. What do you call that? Like what we are doing now. What do you call this? Broadcast. Yes. It's is that energy, because it's soft, it's moving, it's at the same time vibrant. So, and then you have the snake zodiac. So it's about how these 2 elements work together, and that will give us like information on what the year is going to be like. The yin wood, and what is the snake? Snake is a fire energy, but wood produce fire. So you feed wood to fire, right? So the fire will be strong next year. But what is that going to do for us? Because the economy, the fuel of the economy is fire. So therefore and fire is enthusiasm, fire is excitement, adventure. So people are definitely going to be more outgoing, enthusiastic about their life, their future. It's like sunlight in a way. It's part of fire energy. But of course, you have the tip side. I mean, the extreme side of it. That means you can have fire disaster. You can have rage. Can have anger. So that's the extreme side. But predominantly, when we talk about fire, it's a very useful energy. You can warm yourself. We have a lot of rain this year, and I think it's very cold in the United States right now in certain parts. But I think from next year on, it's going to be a warmer climate-wise.
So people can reach out to you. So sorry, I was just going to say people can reach out to you for this initial consultation that would include kind of their Chinese astrology reading, as well as then diving into tarot to be able to go into some of the specifics.
Yes. Yes.
So the best place for them to reach out to you is masterclaricechan.com. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Because they can find me on all the social media. You type in Master Clarice Chan. I made it very simple. You type in Master Clarice Chan, you'll find me.
That's so great.
So I'm on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, former Twitter. What do you call it now? X.
Yeah.
So I'm there. Just Master Clarice or Master Clarice Chan. I'm there.
I love it. All right. So masterclaricechan.com.
Yes.
Good. So we encourage people also to go to Conscious Life Expo, consciouslifeexpo.com, so they can see you and meet you in person, get a book signed, and of course, take advantage of your workshops. So I'm excited to meet you in person there. That'll be so fun.
That would be so fun. Yes. Then maybe I can read your Chinese astrology.
That'd be great. I'd love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what animal sign do you belong to? Do you know?
I don't know, Clarice.
What year are you born in?
1973.
I believe that's the year of the ox.
I think that might be true. I think I remember that.
But okay, that comes to another topic. 1972, which month?
I'm gonna Google it right now.
Which month?
1973 ox. February.
This is the thing. You have February 3rd, 4th, and 5th. If you were born around those dates before
25th. February 25th.
25th. Okay, definitely you are the year of the ox. Because the changeover of the zodiac is usually between the 3rd to the 5th. So if you're born any of those born before the years change over, you could be a rat.
I don't want to be a rat. I'd rather be an ox.
You don't want to be a rat. So I'm also an ox.
So what does that mean?
What does that mean? Okay, ox is an earth energy. So this year, 2024, the ox has nobleman star to help them. So actually, this is quite a good year for ox. But at the same time, they are also the clashing sign. Every year we have clashing signs. Traditionally we have four, and this year you have the dragon, the ox, the goat, and the dog. So they are the ones that will experience changes. Some of these changes are good, as some can manifest as challenges. As a rule of thumb, we ask people to take care of their personal health and to be as flexible as possible, so that they can benefit from the changes that come their way, which can be opportunities. The more inflexible they are, the harder it can be for them. So if you started a new magazine this year, and therefore I think that's a very big change for you.
It is. Yes, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. And next year, 2025, we have four new signs that are known as the clashing sign. It'll be the tiger, the pig, the snake, and the monkey. So these are the four signs that will have a conflict energy with the snake. But the monkey has a two side. They are both the conflict and friend. But because the 12 animals prefer to be friends, because it's still known as the most compatible sign, it is likely that they will benefit from, a lot from the year.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's great to be with you. ConsciousLifeExpo.com to get tickets for Conscious Life Expo. Master Clarice Chan in order to work with Clarice. It's good to be with you. Thank you for sharing your heart, your wisdom, and your story.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you.